Hey, what's up, guys? I am Matt, and this is Mycrazypodcast, episode 72. Who are you?
Comfiest motherfucker in the room.
It's Moors.
And I'm Matt for redundancy's sake. Been a little bit of a crazy week.
Fucking A right.
Yeah, so I'm on
the therapy couch.
You are on the therapy couch. So, there's going to be a lot of tea coming today from you, hopefully.
Yeah.
You're going to be spilling the tea all over the wall.
All over. That's how it usually happens
I love
anyways,
some good tea.
I usually just, like, it just goes everywhere.
I live for that tea.
Everywhere.
So let's start with the unfortunate news this week. Dog the Bounty Hunter's wife, Beth Chapman, passed away today as of us recording it, but as of you hearing this, obviously.
It's not going to be as of today. But as of we are recording this today, and I have to say, a big shout out and condolences to the entire family.
That sucks.
They have to be hurting very hard because, it's like, not for nothing, whether you're a fan of Dog or, whatever he has said or, with his, because of the whole shit with, like, the racist slurs.
I forgot about that.
And everything like that back in the day, and that things like some couple years back. Regardless, if you look at his shows, they were all a very big family unit. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of anybody's situation, you know what I'm saying, you have to show support at least to the family,
it just
pain is pain.
No
matter who the people is not, and not for nothing, like, regardless of some things that people have said, like in passing, whether they're forgivable or not, which...
Well, here's my thing. Let's go... Dog is... This isn't really even have anything to do with Dog.
Which, saying, like, she did nothing wrong. Like, she was always there.
She's separate. She's separate from Dog.
Yeah, exactly. She held that family together.
She was a bad bitch, and we're gonna miss her.
Fuck yeah.
Yo, I genuinely used to watch that show all the time.
Hell yeah. Yo, not for nothing. I remember when I was... But every vacation, for some reason, I used to go on, because I used to go on a lot of vacations, when I was younger, at least my parents made it a point to go on a vacation somewhere, like a destination somewhere at least once a year, to get out and, explore shit. And for some reason, every time we were in a hotel, and flip to the hotel channels, because it's not like nowadays with fucking hotels. Some hotels you go to, they would have the shit, but it's not like, labeled or anything like that. You kind of just gotta flip through the channels.
It's like a Russian roulette of, like, hotel TV.
Yeah, exactly. And for some reason, like, Dog the Bounty Hunter would always be fucking playing that or Cops.
True.
That's a funny story about hotel TVs. My Orlando, Florida. The story. You know what? If this podcast goes short, I might tell my Orlando story. But that's actually where I learned about That 70s Show. So I was just stuck in there. All they had was literally, like, advertisements for the parks and then That 70s Show. That's the first time as a kid I watched That 70s Show.
That 70s Show is a great spot because, like...
fucking great show.
Yo, not for nothing, like, that was, like... the thing with the circle, like, not for nothing, like, when that was going on, when that show first came out, like, I was young. I was doing a lot of shit when I was younger that I probably should not have been doing, but...
That's why you're laying down right now.
Yeah.
No, actually, fuck it. Yeah, I tell my Orlando story. Actually, let's finish up with Dog. Any more Dog?
I do have to say, though, here's one thing. She put her all to her job, her family... And she was able to, through thick and thin, at least as far as from what I saw, how much of it was whatever was, was public or not. No, like, she held it down. She's a bad bitch. She deserves respect.
A strong woman.
And apparently, of her passing from cancer, that just
very
proves
tragic.
That it does not matter who you are, what you do, what you've done, or whatever. Cancer kills everybody.
My religion teacher, I don't usually like to quote my religion teachers, but because I don't usually believe in most of it, but one of my religion teachers, one of my religion teachers said probably one of the realest things. Because I don't want to give away her name because this is a personal story that she told the class, so I don't want to give it out. But her mom... Give it away. Her mom passed away of cancer, and she said cancer is the worst demon put on this earth. There's like, and that's, even though I don't like believe in religion, that is one thing. Like, that is one quote I've kept in my head.
Cancer doesn't go away, regardless.
Exactly. That's
it doesn't go away. You know, like you can think of the worst mass murderer ever in all of history. I mean, all of history ever combined, and they will still never be able to put up the numbers of deaths like cancer will be, because cancer will never go away. In one way, shape, or form, it will always be taking people.
Yeah.
So, you know,
it's
people do the right thing, and anytime you see like them cancer donation spots, especially like St. Jude and whatnot, and like anything like pancreatic and whatnot that don't have cures, you know, donate your funds to them. Yeah, if it's $1.
Yeah, if you can. I mean,
a couple cents, you know, whatever.
I feel like that's a message. Yeah, that's a good message. But I feel like most people got that.
Just anything, whatever it is, you know, if you can.
Yeah. So,
you know, just like what that one little bit of extra funny could make all the difference.
That was the tea spill shift.
Millions
you just did.
and millions and millions of people's lives now, and billions future generations to come.
Yeah, no. It's important, but
your money could change the face of humanity.
I guess my point of it is, you brought up dogs' antics. My thing is, again, she's not dog, and she was a wife, she was a mother, she was a daughter to someone. Like, her passing, no matter what dog did, is anyone's passing is tragic.
Fuck yeah.
That isn't like an ISIS member or a fucking serial killer or serial rapist.
True that.
So,
pedophile, rapist.
Exactly. Any death that isn't like one of them is
deserved.
Is tragic.
Public executions should be a thing. That should be a thing again.
Bro,
I think.
I'd attend one.
I think that would be
and
a
not
good
some like
tax
bullshit
money raising.
and not some like bullshit ass like lethal injection shit.
No,
honestly, like I would go see
with
fucking
the hood and everything.
Guillotine. I'd go see guillotine happen.
I definitely think especially I feel like
that
would
fucked
be.
Up?
No, it's
Comment
not. It is not.
You know what? Not for nothing. Like, people are very pussy nowadays.
I believe in public
execution. People are very pussy nowadays, and they like to hide behind shit, and they don't like to see the world in reality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no comment.
Some people just deserve to die for their crimes.
Well, yeah, exactly. Or there's people get very comfy about hiding behind the news too, and hearing about like mass executions and shit like that, rather than like seeing it up close in person or seeing a video of it actually happening. Like, look at all these videos that have popped up over the years on Facebook and shit like that, like the cartel executions and all this shit, everything like that. Like, I saw a girl's head literally get taken off. Look, motherfucker was like this with a little knife, like this big, just like took the woman's head off. Like, it was like he was just like preparing,
skilled.
like honestly, like he was skinning a deer, just like nothing. And I'm like, yo, like it was violent as fuck. But the thing is though, like it was real. It was fucking real.
I've done my time on live leaks.
People need to be reminded, I feel like, of this terrible shit, and not just what's being told to them.
I zoned out for a minute and came back in during the skinning.
People need to confront their bullshit and not hide behind TVs and computers and such.
No comment on that. So I'll move on to the next story.
J. Paul, fight me, motherfucker!
Oh my god. So I'm gonna move on to the next story because fuck it, I'll tell my Orlando story.
Sounds like you really want to tell it.
Yes,
I've never told anyone this story because I've always been too. I've been too embarrassed to ever tell it.
Oh god. So you're telling the wrong people.
You're telling the world.
Yeah, fuck it. I mean, the world already has a weird perception of me. I mean, some people. But
no comment.
No comment. So let's just get into it. So I went on a trip to Orlando, Florida with my family when I was 8 years old. Loved it, Disney, all that stuff. Went to Epcot. You know how Epcot's got all the...
That's my favorite.
I honestly don't like Epcot that much.
I just eat and shop.
It's boring. Like, you see it for a little bit, and then, like, they have a couple alright rides.
I don't do fun stuff. Rides.
But other than that, like, once you do them, it's like spending money in a fucking... knickknacks and
shopping and eating.
It's part of the adventure because the way Disney works is you could buy like Well, the way we did it was we just bought like the ultimate pass. So like that week we were there, we could just go to any park we want. And and we were at a Disney resort, so they have buses that literally go to each.
Yeah, that's what I always did too.
So we did that. We were at Epcot. My family wanted to go to the Chinese part of it, and then we had Chinese food. As you guys all know, I love Chinese food. I am a very picky eater. So my safe bet always is chicken. Unfortunately, on this day at Epcot at this restaurant, chicken wasn't fully cooked. Learned that the hard way.
Did you get salmonella?
I had the shits for the rest of the trip. Now, let me put it. Now, you think that's bad? Let me go into detail.
Are you sure it was their chicken?
Oh yeah, I was sure it was their chicken. So.
Did you tell Disney?
No, I didn't tell Disney. I was 8 years old. Who the fuck am I gonna tell? Am I gonna call at that time Michael Eisner? Be like, yo, Michael.
Said, motherfucker.
You should just word it different. Say he personally fucked up your asshole. Yeah, if he worded it like that, people would care.
Fucking blender.
Oh, it gets worse. So, what am I supposed to say, Michael Eisner? Hey, I know you're about to be fired in a year. You fucked up even more. Thank God Michael Eisner was fired. But so here's what happened. So the next day we end up going to MGM Studios, which is now called.
It's something.
It's something. It's like Disney's something else. Mickey's Downtown Adventure.
Wait, Island of Adventure is no longer Island of Adventure.
No, MGM Studios. MGM Studios. Yeah. It was always under Disney.
Yeah.
But so we went to MGM the final day. We went to actually another place before that, but I forget what it was, and then MGM at the night, and the entire day I'm just going in and out of the bathroom, in and out of the bathroom, in and out of the bathroom, just shits all day, to the point where I'm like, it's just bad. Finally
it's just bad.
I want to get to MGM. We're running to MGM before it closes, because that was like our last day. Got on Tower of Terror, fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Went on Rock and Roller Coaster, fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Got on Star Tours, fucking awesome. Got on pretty much the last three things I wanted to do.
You hit the big ones.
The last three things I wanted to do were at MGM, and that was those three. We were barely able to make it. Like the Rock and Roller Coaster, they were a little like, we're closed. And then they saw like my like sad face, and like I'm 8 years old. They're like, all right, fuck it, just come on, we'll let you guys go on. But then everyone else like, all right. So I'm like, yo, this is a fantastic night, awesome. I'm just gonna go to sleep. We're gonna go on the plane in the morning, even though I kind of have the shits a little bit. It's all right. Can't sleep the entire night. Every 20 minutes, I'm getting up to take a shit. To the point where I didn't make it to the bathroom one time.
Oh. Whoa.
Here's where it gets worse.
It happened, folks.
Well, here's where it's also fucked up. This specific Disney resort was one of the cheaper ones. The toilet paper was
it one of the all-star ones?
No, it was not one of the all-star ones. It was one.
I love those.
I actually do like the all-star ones. I went there with my senior trip.
All-star music.
It was one of the cheaper ones, like cheaper than the all-star one. So that lets you know how it is. And the toilet paper was like sandpaper. So at a certain point...
Did you give yourself... were you like Roid City after that?
Yeah, did you get hemorrhoid bumps?
No, at a certain point, like...
That sucks.
I'm not even gonna lie. At a certain point, I wouldn't even just fully wipe the entire time because it would just hurt too much because it was just like sandpaper.
You gotta do the old trick, bro, where you just wet it in the sink.
I did, but it's like sandpaper with water, still not better. Have you tried using sandpaper with water? Just a little bit better than regular sandpaper.
Yeah.
But so here's the thing.
No, I totally know what you're talking about. I have so many, I used to have horrible, intestinal problems, so I used to have to just, die of poop all the time in public.
But you think shitting my...
Not poop myself, but just, fuck up a public restroom all the time.
So you think shitting my pants would be the worst part of it. Didn't get worse yet.
Was it the plane?
No. What did I do with my pants? I'm an 8-year-old boy, and there is no... So let's get to that story. So I get off the bed, I get 2 steps in, and the shit just gets out of my pants. And I'm holding, my boxers around my legs so it doesn't, seep out of my boxers. Waddling to the bathroom. I sit on the toilet, I pull my pants down, I just see a pile of shit in my underwear. I'm like, oh, and I think everyone knows this by now who's a fan of podcasts, but for new viewers, I have anxiety. So in my head, I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna be in trouble. I just shit my pants. I'm 8 years old. Little kids don't do. This is what babies do. I'm supposed to be a big boy, you know, bullshit like that. I
like, Mom.
I didn't do that. So my first thing is, I need to hide the underwear.
Oh.
So we had a closet in this hotel room, and I'm just like I hid it was dark underwear, and it was like I didn't. There's no light in the closet. I put the underwear in the corner of the closet, in the back corner of the closet.
With the shit still in it?
With the shit still in it.
Didn't even...
Get the fuck out! What made you think to not even try to, like, plop the shit in the toilet?
How do you immediately... I would just be like, Mom, help. Like...
Not even that, though.
I didn't want to bother my parents because we had to get up early for the plane. I was trying to be a big boy, and this is what my big boy mindset at 8 years old. Here's where it gets worse. So I put in the corner.
Is that why boys are this way?
Yes.
Is this what the boys' minds are like?
So I put it in the corner of the closet, and then I go to sleep. But this happens at 4 a.m. We have to wake up at 5. The entire night, I'm waking up like every 30 minutes to take a shit. And this was like the final moment. Pretty much wake up, and I'm just like, oh fuck. So I go to sleep, and then all of a sudden I hear everyone else wake up, and I don't know how no one smelt it, but. So I'm just like half awake, but like I didn't get much sleep, so I'm just trying to get as much sleep as I still can while like everyone else is kind of packing. And I didn't want people to ask why I was naked because I also didn't think to put new underwear on after. So I'm just butt ass naked.
And you didn't even try to fucking wipe your ass either.
What if you pooped in the bed after that?
Shit. Yeah, but you're probably covered in shit too.
There was mad skid marks on the sheets. I'm not gonna lie, it got bad.
Oh, so you're sleeping your own shit.
Only for like an hour, but I showered in the morning. I showered an hour later because.
Yeah, but when you're 8 years old, do you really think to clean all your crevices?
No, I did at that time, but.
At that time, do boys not clean their crevices when they're young? I mean,
oh no! As a kid, no. Usually, I did not clean my crevices when I took it. But when you're really dirty, you got to. No, now as an adult, I do. But
no, I mean like in general. I don't know. Like as kids,
when you're younger,
I think that's just a boy versus girl thing. I think.
Well, here's the thing: we don't have like. Well, here's the thing: girls have an open orifice into their body. Guys, not really so much.
Yeah, but
so like girls are taught earlier in life to really keep that very clean. We're supposed to.
So the story gets worse.
Supposed to.
So the story gets worse. You may think, how does it get worse? He already put his underwear in the corner of the closet. Everyone doesn't smell it.
Tell me you packed it.
Everyone doesn't smell it, but the only giveaway right now is. Well, I didn't know this. There's skid marks on my side of the sheets because I was sharing a bed with my brother. Shout out to you. You had to deal with that shit.
Oh, you shit on your brother.
No, I didn't.
Matt's brother had to sleep with shitty sheets of Matt.
No, they're not. We were small.
See you at your wedding, bub.
No, it was a king size, and we were both child. So, like, there's definitely a space in between. But, so, here's how I wake up, though, that morning. Well, fully wake up, because I already told you, I'm, like, kind of half awake, but I'm trying to get some sleep. All of a sudden, I hear... And I hear my dad say, shit. And he stepped right in the underwear. And he's just like...
Yes!
I just hear a squish of it. I hear him say shit, and my eyes go wide open because I know what happened. I'm just like, fuck. And then he's just like, what? He's like...
Too many questions.
He's like,
so many questions that go through this man's head.
He's like,
what is this?
Why is
it on my foot? How did it get here? Why is this here? And whose is this?
Exactly. He's like, oh, what the shit on the floor? He's like, I gotta shower my foot off.
Like the old man trying to step on the flaming bag of shit on the front porch.
My dad's just
except it's human this time.
It's his son.
It is supposed to be human shit.
That's. I feel like that's less creepy though, because it's not a stranger.
Yeah, facts. At least it was mine and not a stranger's. But even then,
kid poop, not like full on grown adult poop.
No, kid poop's probably worse.
Well, it was sick poop also because of shitty chicken.
Come on now.
But even like then all of a sudden, like obviously like my parents understood because they were like, "Yo, you're fucking." We saw you literally shitting your pants all day the day. Like you're obviously not like shitting on the ground or shit like that.
My parents would have been up all
night
watching me anyway. Like, oh my god, you're gonna die. Like
that That was my crazy Disney story that I've never told anyone. I literally shit in my underwear, hid in the closet, then my dad stepped
Poor
in it.
cleaning staff. The fucking cleaning staff must have come in there like,
Matt,
again.
you know what though? The only way for when you go back to Disney now, the next time you go, is that you gotta bust nuts all over Disney instead of shitting all over Disney.
No, I'm good.
No.
I'm good. That hotel staff had to deal with that and the sheets. They give.
I thought you were gonna say that like no one ever found the thing and it's just the poop underwear stayed in there for the hotel people to find.
Well, my main thing was I always grew up like even though like I was somewhat of a fortunate kid, I was always told never to waste anything. So my thing was
don't waste the underwear.
That was partially my thing. But my mom was just like,
bro.
My mom was just like, my mom literally just like threw it like.
In the garbage.
Just in the garbage. And took the sheets, threw in the garbage. They left a great tip for the Disney staff.
Yep.
They're just like, no.
That shit really happens all the time, though.
Like, we get it. Thank you. But at a certain point, like, no. You should have just thrown them away. And next time that happens, just throw them away. If that ever happens again, you ever just shit your pants, just throw them away. It's
I'm
fine.
shocked that that's not like first instinct.
We will buy you new pants.
Listen, there is a term that my fraternity brothers have for said shitting your pants. It's called "It Happened."
Yeah, no, that happened.
It happened.
It happened.
There you go.
It definitely happened.
There you go, Matt. You have officially joined the It Happened Club. I will welcome you to that.
I joined a club where we shit our pants.
Thankfully, I've never had that happen to me, but I've come close sometimes. But
hey, well, listen, it will happen.
I've come close.
You're saying you never shit your pants and then left it where your parents can step in it?
Oh, no.
I'm very surprised.
At least you left your pants somewhere where somebody found it and it was your parents and not the police.
Oh, yo, facts. But, I mean, I don't think the police would have fucking cared. Actually, they might have thought it was vandalism. But, no, then
it would have been another charge I could have been facing.
Yeah, but that's a...
Mystery story.
There's no mystery story. I've never faced any charges. Except for that one time I got a UPM, but they let that go. No.
I almost faced charges today.
Jesus Christ. Well, let's not brag about that.
We're not going to talk about that.
We're not bragging about any of that.
Not bragging at all.
We're not going to discuss it. I'm just saying... Yeah, no, I gotta one up it next time. I gotta definitely. That was
bust nuts all over, dude. Know what you gotta do, bro? You know the fucking the mountain ride that comes on the water.
Splash Mountain,
or whatever you come.
Oh down. No, the log one from in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
that one. Yo,
Splash
you
Mountain.
totally gotta like bust a nut mid drop while the camera takes a picture.
I don't think I got timing like that.
You should practice.
Should practice, but no, that was actually a legitimate fear for me when I was going on my senior trip about 10 years after that. I was like, I'm not eating.
You had Disney trauma, yeah.
I was like, I'm not eating at Epcot. People were like, why? I can't tell you. Like, what?
You can't just be like, oh, I got food poisoning here last time and just leave it at that.
Listen, people, if you're ever afraid of getting food poisoning anywhere, like for any reason, just eat French fries.
See, exactly. That's what actually.
You cannot go wrong with French fries or
food poisoning is like a
pretzel.
free cleanse, though. It's
French
like weight
fries,
loss without doing
pretzel.
any work.
Do not get cheese. French fries or pretzel. Get some mustard, a little ketchup or some shit for your.
That's what made me feel.
Pretzel,
cheese makes you not poop. Cheese makes you constipated.
Cheese can make you poop in the heat. Cheese will make you shit yourself.
Well, what's it called? See, I ended up having fries at MGM.
Especially if you're dehydrated.
It's called Disney Studios now. But MGM...
Disney Hollywood Studios, yeah, that's what it's called now.
It's called Disney Shithouse.
Because they lost the licensing to the name MGM, but they have all the rides and the property.
Ow.
The last time I was there, it was like when High School Musical 2 came out. So, like, there was, like, people on floats doing, like, the numbers from that. And it was, like, I think I was in fifth grade, probably.
I'm excited. I want to go next year, like, 2020. I want to try to get everyone to go as, like, a... company
Star Wars
trip.
opens up in August.
I know. I can't afford it because we're working on the movie and some other stuff.
I got a lot of shit going on.
Well, also we're just working on a movie.
Yes.
Secretly. Yeah, actually not so secretly. Kind of blew that spot up. But we're working on a movie.
He wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, no, we're working on a movie behind the scenes. Actually, one is a feature, one's a short. But,
Stay tuned, bitches.
We're working on stuff.
Thoughts.
Yeah, we are.
Skanks.
Yeah, I'm a little thought. You want to see?
Nobody wants to see a man nipple. No one cares about man nipples.
We need... listen, if we want to see real nipples, I'll make some calls. I got girls who'll definitely show their tits on camera. But it's not good for YouTube. So, if you want, contact me if you ever want to do a shoot and you need female entertainment. I can find some.
Sounds good. Let's talk about some local news, though. Kind of actually related to Disney World. Not really, but Legoland.
Yes, Legoland is now... Alright, so the world's largest Legoland is coming to a neighboring town near us, in a town called Goshen, New York. And there has
you want me to get into it? Because I read the article.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, word. Because I only gave you, the bullet points.
I was just giving location.
I got you. So yeah, Goshen, we're getting a Legoland, and I have been against it for my own reasons, but I'll get into that in a minute. One of it is the reason actually that we're about to get into. I am not very trusting of big corporations, and when they say we're gonna do everything up to code and all that shit, because apparently they've been polluting the local area. I don't know, it's I guess a lake. I don't know the technical body of water type. Reservoir. The reservoir is completely brown right now. So and they've been warned for over a year at this point, and they've been saying, we're gonna slow down on it. We're gonna slow down on it, and now officially our county and shit like that are no, you have to halt production because this has gone too far.
Even though they're still building the bridge.
I think it's back up again because there was traffic through today.
Yeah, I was going to say the highway's still... No, they're building the bridge for the highway, though.
Well, there was a minimum... in the article, it did state that after a week, if they followed some sort of regulation, they could get back going. But this is something I've been worried about since the jump, for two reasons. It's just one, they're getting a huge tax break, and I don't feel like they're ever going to pay it back, especially now with the way the tax laws are made, where companies have to pay less.
Nice.
Whoa. Two, now they're polluting the area, and then three, I think you mentioned it, even wildlife is
oh wait, no, that's actually
displaced.
A huge problem. I live right in the village, and it's a huge fucking problem, because there's now so much more wildlife than there ever has been in the actual village that has come from nowhere. There's these fucking pterodactyl sized birds. I didn't even know.
Those are called turkey vultures.
They were... But they were definitely hawks because they were flying around that and shit.
No, that's a turkey vulture. They do that same deal.
I have two small dogs that are probably weigh from 10 to 13 pounds, and those they could fucking pick one of my little babies up and just go off with them.
Those are more scavenger birds. But here's the thing. Here's where you want to worry.
No, but there's hawks and there's those birds. But the hawks are in my yard, and I think they live in the barn. I had to scare one out of my yard because we wouldn't let the dogs out because it was in a really really low branch. By the pool, and it literally started fluffing up because my mom was get out of here, so I had to go out there with my winter coat on and one of those ice pick things for and I was going this, and I was yelling at it, and eventually it flew away, but then it was watching us. But it's fucked up. We literally my dogs get scared by the shadows.
I would suggest a 22 might be a little bit better.
Unfortunately, that is not authorized in our lovely little village.
Or you can call the police.
Shoot this hawk. Well, it's also a crime to kill a hawk. You can't.
Well, I'm telling you, it's probably a turkey vulture. If it's as big as hawks are not that big.
Audience, it's only a crime if people catch you.
Hawks are not that big, so it's probably a turkey vulture. Turkey vultures, here's the problem with turkey vultures. Turkey vultures, especially in the springtime, in the fall, if you see them, if a shit ton of them start, nesting in your area where they're at, they will stay there, and if they put a nest up in there and shit like that, they will always come back to that area.
Well, because if there's a spot a little further out, further to Burke, that's where all the turkey vultures like to hang out. I have the hawks because there's a giant barn that's in my neighbor's yard, behind me, but it's abandoned.
Are you
so that's
sure
where
it's a hawk?
Positive, because we've seen them up close and stuff. Because they've got the flat head and the thing. They don't have that big ugly freaky face. They're literally hawks. They look like some shit you'd see on like National Geographic.
Yeah.
Every single time, and we have so many more, we always had a shitload of deer, but it's more now, but there's been so many more foxes, just the roadkill has just gone up by 80%. There's fucking possums everywhere. I used to never see those fucking disgusting beasts, and now I see them all the time. Thank God they're dead, but
no, possums are cool, man.
They have a mouthful of canines. I don't fuck with that.
They don't do anything. They really don't do anything. They're just
They're like trash cats.
No, trust me, they don't do it. Like, raccoons are more of a problem. Like,
oh, fuck raccoons.
Raccoons are more of a problem. Like, I've definitely taken out my fair share of raccoons, coyotes.
I'm so glad that raccoon doesn't go by my house anymore. Fucking.
Remember there was rustling the other night when we were outside. It was a raccoon because it like literally opened my garbage can. Yeah, we were like out at night and we were smoking and like there was like rustling. Remember when I was like, oh god, it's wildlife? It is, because what happened is the fucker opened the garbage can, climbed in, ripped apart the bags, went out and closed the fucking top of the garbage can.
I thought you were talking about my place. My place, there was a raccoon there that my parents were giving water because it was drinking out of the pool. And
First mistake.
They were trying to be humane.
Natural selection.
No.
Exactly. That was my point. Their point was like, well, it's gonna come to it as a water source, so let's give it clean water. And my thing is like,
no,
it's not gonna keep coming.
Have you never read If You Give a Mouse a Cookie?
That was my point. And now for a little while there though.
So Matt, I can take care of that problem for you real quick.
I don't want to kill it. I mean, it's
probably roadkill already somewhere.
Well, it hasn't been around in a while, but for like the rest of the week, it was tearing up my neighbor's fucking garbage. So so low key, I think it knew. It was like, yo, no, this is a good house. We're gonna get the house next door. It doesn't give us the good water. But no, I was glad. But now there's skunks in the area. Like, there's a lot more skunks just like around. Oh yeah,
we have a lot. We have tons of gophers.
Fun fact: if you remove a skunk's like scent glands, apparently I heard that they actually make really good pets.
Yeah, they do.
I heard they actually make really good pets.
Allegedly, possums do also. Allegedly.
Gross. I don't want a possum in my house.
They're like,
possums are like, honestly, possums, dude, they don't like. Possums they don't really do ugly.
Much. I'm open to encountering one, but I'm hesitant.
No, I don't like possums. I used to actually think that sloths were possums as a kid. So I used to be like, oh, I love possums. And then once I found out what a possum was, I learned it.
Hell no.
Yeah, I thought that was a sloth because what was that PBS show with those two dudes and they had like the sloth puppet?
Zaboomafoo.
Exactly. I don't know why I thought that sloth in Zaboomafoo was a fucking possum.
What do you mean, like Zaboomafoo, the monkey himself?
Yeah, I thought he was a possum. I was a dumb 2-year-old. Don't chuckle at me. I was an idiot. It's all right. It's fine. You know how long it took me for years? People thought I was crazy. I would go around. People was like, "Yo, you remember that show with those two dudes and like the possum?" They'd be like, "No." Who would do that? That sounds like a terrible. Who would be in a show with possum?
The wild. What are they? The Kratts, the Kratt brothers. Is that what their name are? I think so.
It's been so long.
Yes, it is.
I gotta watch all that again.
They're still relevant though. They're still doing shows.
They're relevant in my heart. You know what else? You know, it's a spicy topic I want to talk about. I've been wanting to talk about it for months, but it's been too spicy for us to talk about.
Spicy? I like spicy. You know me.
So we're actually this episode comes out on the 10th anniversary of MYCRAZYPRODUCTIONS. Forgot to mention that.
10th anniversary. Holy
It started in.
How old does that make you feel?
It makes me feel really old. Now, to be fair,
really old?
Since I've started,
motherfucker.
Since I started young, obviously the first 5 years was like.
I am old.
First 5, 6, 7 years, I'd say were more of an experimental phase of trying to understand, me learning how to make content, all that stuff, because I was like 12, 13, 14, high school shit. And then once I went to college, then, the reboot happened in 2015. Once he became a man, Well, you were...
I went to college.
Jim was a part of the reboot. The reboot kind of started with The Boys.
Gang. No, it did. I'm a proud father over here.
Yeah. So I'm
Madamus.
So I guess technically it really isn't 10 years the way it's been, but it's 10 years. So I'm pretty happy about that. But 2 years ago.
10 years. No, you can't cheers with a fucking empty drink. You need something to drink.
Here's my invisible
black cherry?
cup. Sure.
There you go.
I can reach.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yep. You don't get a real cheers. We get our matching black cherry. Cheers, ready?
Gang.
Oh.
So, yeah, no, 10th anniversary. It's been. So yeah, I guess
it's been a fucking roadhouse.
Yeah, no, it's been real crazy. A lot of lessons learned. I will say that.
Yo,
made a lot of mistakes, but a lot of lessons learned from the mistakes.
Yeah. You too, Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've done some, you know.
I've done some crazy shit.
Definitely. But
shit that I never thought that I was like, you know, like.
I'm excited for the next 10 years. Especially with what we got going right now. Well, you know, fuck it. We'll tease it on this podcast only, and then we'll never mention it again. So if it doesn't happen, it's almost like it never happened. We got a TV pilot done. We got, actually 2 TV pilots done.
Dose, motherfuckers. 2.
And
2
then
TV pilots done.
We got now that short film that we're working on and the feature.
Yep, exactly.
So, it's first 10 years was definitely. I would consider the first 10 years like real practice, and now the next 10 years it's game time. Like we got like seasoned, ready to go.
All I gotta say is that you know, we have content coming, some serious content coming.
Hopefully, big plans.
You know, just do us a favor. Just give it a view. Check it out.
Yeah, we appreciate all of you. But this kind of goes into that topic. 2 years ago, we did the 100 Nugget Challenge, which was, I guess, a mukbang.
That was 2 years ago. No,
that was the 8-year anniversary video.
Yeah.
And I made, in the beginning of the video, I chose Wendy's, and I went to my reasoning. Great breading, great barbecue sauce. Now, keep in mind, now take note. Great breading.
And he failed at all these.
But take note of what I like most about that. Great breading, great barbecue sauce. And so 2 years later, I am officially on a boycott of Wendy's.
Yeah, please tell me why.
So they came out with chicken tenders, which usually I don't mind. Like, whatever. Expand your menu all you want.
Like fucking $15?
I don't know, but they actually got rid of them. Actually, within this past year, they made them and then realized how trash they are and threw them away. Here's the problem with that, though. They changed their chicken nugget recipe to have the similar breading to these chicken tenders that they now no longer sell. They also changed kind of the way the meat is to the same way it is in that. So the chicken nuggets don't taste the same. The breading is no longer crispy. It's kind of soft. It's almost like not fully cooked. It's actually kind of gross. Why I don't go to Wendy's anymore.
Wait.
And then 2, they changed their barbecue sauce recipe, and it tastes sweeter. It tastes like sweet and sour sauce mixed with barbecue sauce. Wendy's has thoroughly fucked up their chicken nuggets and all that stuff.
I like sweet and sour sauce, though.
But here's the thing.
I could drink that shit.
They had the best barbecue sauce. How do you had the best?
See, because I don't like barbecue sauce with my nuggets.
I like barbecue sauce.
I'm a sweet and sour sauce type
their barbecue sauce is really sweet. It tastes like the one that we have at work. It's like the honey barbecue. That's why.
They switched it to that now. Now it's very sweet.
See,
I
I'm
like
just
the
not
honey
a big barbecue. Like,
but they
I'm
have
not either, but I only like that one.
But they have sweet and sour sauce. They have your sweet and sour sauce. My point is, they had perfection, and then they fucked it up.
No, but here's the thing, though. Did they go from nugget paste to?
No, they still have nugget paste.
They stopped nugget paste. Now it's
nugget paste is so good.
No, it's still nugget paste. It's just it's not cooked as
God bless
thoroughly,
nugget paste.
and the breading isn't as crispy. It's kind of like thin. It's like almost like half of it's crispy, and then the other half is almost like original recipe KFC skin.
Oh.
With non-crispy, you know how it's just like a thin layer with.
But you know what? That's why I go to Popeyes.
You know what I think is the funniest part about this whole entire thing?
My point was they had perfection. They had perfection. Literally, my favorite nugget and barbecue, so all that was
perfection. I don't know about perfection.
They had perfection, and they threw it all away. Fuck you, Wendy's. I don't care how great your Twitter admin is. They're shit. I don't fuck with Wendy's anymore. You know, it's so bad that I actually stopped my boycott with Dairy Queen. Started going there again.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's well because of her, but
because I wanted fucking ice cream. We're going.
Can't say no to her. It's fine.
Who says no to fucking ice cream?
I mean, I didn't
go.
Who says no to Dairy Queen ice cream?
Fire. Yo, your Red Bull slushies on point.
Isn't that Sonic?
No.
Oh, they have a Red Bull slushie at fucking Dairy Queen?
That's disgusting.
That sounds.
No. I was
gonna say
either
way, it's an abomination.
No, it's fire.
I'm a fan of.
I had a cup, like a little bit, like a half somebody's cup of it, and I threw some liquor in it. It was fantastic.
Here's the thing, Wendy's. I want you to respond. Why the fuck did you fuck up your chicken nuggets and barbecue sauce? I'm tagging them in this. Don't worry. I'm getting the spice all. I'm stirring the spot. I want to know why'd you fuck it up. Thank you. That was my chicken nugget message for the day. My name is Matthew Thompson. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm very heated about this. Before I met you, all I had was Wendy's chicken nuggets.
Well, that is what I think is the funniest thing about this is like, You are talking about these chicken nuggets with such ferocity and intensity, as if it was like knowing damn well you don't eat like real food. You know what I mean? Like, that is your connoisseur food. That is your version of fancy food. Like, oh, look, like what I like. For example, I did a tour to chain pizza once. Because I worked at Pizza Hut, obviously I had to try Domino's and all the other ones, and like Little Caesars. So, you know, we compared all tastes, and like we were actually all serious, like, oh, the crust of this one is slightly heavier than this. Like, that's how hard we were going to describe it.
See,
and that's what you're doing.
No, you ain't a real pizza reviewer unless you on a one bite.
Because people don't take chicken nuggets seriously.
Unless Prez. You gotta get Prez involved.
But can I say why? No one takes chicken nuggets seriously. And I'm making a change for that. Chicken strips and chicken tenders.
Oh, I take them very seriously.
People don't take them seriously, so that's why I take them seriously. And if you notice,
that's just like a food group for you.
So then you gotta start your own fucking one bite app of chicken nuggets and tenders.
I'm gonna. And you know why I do it also? I do it for the people, because if you notice, every restaurant around here closes if they don't have good chicken fingers. And it doesn't need to be their main thing, but if you don't have good chicken tenders or good chicken nuggets, you will not last as a restaurant, because unfortunately
you can't cater to the picky people that won't eat real food.
Exactly. So you really, even if like that's not your main thing, like think about it. Like Five Guys, when it first came out, super poppin', until I realized there's no chicken tenders. Stop going there. And if you look at the parking lot, very scarce, especially compared to all the restaurants around there.
I don't know.
You sound like you're 9.
That shit was popping.
Ed Hardy's.
Those Cajun fries.
Ed Hardy's.
Fire.
Ed Hardy's had to switch their name to Carl's Jr. So for people who don't know, Ed Hardy's and Carl's Jr. is the same thing. Ed Hardy's is kind of their East Coast brand, where Carl's Jr. is kind of like South.
You mean like Ed Hardy's, like the weird designer guy?
No.
Do you mean like
Hardy's?
Hardee's?
Carl Jr. and Hardy's.
Just Hardy's.
It's Hardy's. You're right.
Not
Hardee's.
Ed Hardy.
Never give Ed Hardy a revival. We're letting him die.
I didn't know who. I thought that was the same shit.
The fashion's never
that
coming
tattoo
back.
guy, but it's not. But he's a fake
We're not
tattoo
bringing that
guy.
back.
Same concept though. Hardee's is kind of the East Coast brand. Carl's Jr. is kind of known more around America. They switched it to Carl's Jr. to try to get it. Still didn't work. You know why? Because their chicken strips are fucking terrible. I went there once. Terrible chicken strips.
No, they didn't have the curly fries like they were supposed to. I went there like twice. So like the first time was terrible, but it was like the day they opened. So like it was like whatever. It seemed like they didn't train anybody. They just waited to the first day to be like, okay, now here we go. So they fucked everything up. But they never had the fucking curly fries. Like the first time I get it, that was a pass. And I went the second time and they're like, oh, we don't sell those there. And I'm like, bitch, that's like the main thing you're supposed to fucking sell.
That'd be like if Arby's does that.
Yanking my fucking chain and shit.
Chicken. Don't
fuck with my curly fries.
My thing was I would go there more because I could deal with regular fries over curly fries if the chicken strips are fire.
Do you eat curly fries?
I do like. See, that's why I love Arby's. Arby's has. People hate on Arby's, but they have amazing chicken tenders, amazing barbecue sauce, and their curly fries are
Arby's, bro.
amazing.
Arby's,
it's a perfect package. I sometimes drive 20 minutes for Arby's.
Arby's beef and cheddar.
I'm a huge like barbecued meats and various meats person. I fucking love that shit.
Yeah. Arby's is 20 minutes away from me.
Beef and cheddar, you can never go wrong with it, and it's cheap.
There's an Arby's around here?
Arby's is 20. Arby's is 25 minutes.
Well, is it Walden technically?
It's Montgomery.
Montgomery.
It's 25 minutes away from me. There used to be times on Blue Moons, on like a weekend on Saturday afternoon, I'd be like...
No, I went to one in Massachusetts when I was like...
There's one
I was like 9.
Off fucking 84 off of Exit 5.
Oh, yeah. I'm never over that way.
Well, yeah, she doesn't drive.
You go off of Exit 5, and it's right there.
I would never drive on that scary road anyway.
Yeah.
84, it's not scary. It's a great spot. It's fast.
But, yeah, no, there's a lot of speed there.
Burnout, bitch!
No, but here's the thing about Arby's. It's so good that sometimes I'm willing to drive the 20 minutes. And
oh, totally. That's understandable.
And when I do it, I make sure like I have something to make sure it stays hot. So then when I get home, I can eat it. That's how into Arby's it is. They need to open another one around here. Also, we need a new White Castle. We need a White Castle.
We need to get rid of Boston Market.
Well, the thing with White Castle...
Ooh, I like Boston Market.
I love
Boston Market.
Their mac and cheese is banging. When I was little, that was like my birthday meal.
Boston Market.
When I was little, that was my birthday meal.
Take Boston Market out. Throw a fucking White Castle and Arby's in that bitch.
Well, the reason that they can't have White Castles, because that's what they thought they were building in Goshen.
Franchise.
Well, they don't freeze their meat like as much as like the preservative. That's like their thing. Is like, oh, we're close to the distributors, and they're very few like distributors they work with, so they can only be like X amount of miles away from that place, from wherever it is. So I remember like, cause right next to the fucking Hut, fuck that place. They knocked down Friendly's, and they were going to build something there, and I didn't know what it was going to be. Like, people were like, oh, it's going to be White Castle, and I was like, no fucking way. But we get a lot of, like, the construction workers that like were working on that like would come in for lunch, so they would like give us all the tea. So they were like, oh no way, because this is how that works and like all this shit. So
yeah, unfortunately, and they're private business also. A lot of technicalities.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like, although I hope they do that with the friendly. Although it is maybe too far, because if they figure out the distance thing, I really hope they can.
It's an AutoZone now.
I know the one at Goshen, yeah, but the friendly's in Milltown.
Oh, the one where the Kid Club used to be.
Yeah, the one right next to Sonic, and the dead Hardee's / Carl's Jr. is.
And Golden Corral. I've never been there. I want to go.
No. Do not go to Golden Corral.
I mean, they kind of freak me out.
Do not go to Golden Corral.
Buffets scare me.
You will get worse food poisoning than Matt had at Disney.
But that's the thing, though. I don't care about a little food poisoning. It's like free weight loss without having to like exercise or anything.
I went there. It looks.
It's terrible.
I'm not gonna. I'll give you. I don't want to say publicly.
Go get her a gift card, Matt.
I can't say publicly why, because I might get sued.
I also have I don't know. I eat like fucking garbage. I'm a dumpster of a person.
I don't want to risk getting sued by one of the owners, so I'm not gonna say.
What do you mean? People do full on like makeup disc vlogs where they're talking about fucking other people's shit.
I don't want any heat from. I'll explain why later, but I'm not.
He's saying Matt don't want the smoke.
Yeah, no, I'm not about that life. No.
That's gonna be your thing. Now you're gonna come up with a little like. Not you're laying down.
Not with the smoke.
Someone said.
Yeah. So what you wanna spill some tea this week, Jim? What's on your mind?
Since you're laid down.
Yeah. How is? Let us dual therapy. What's been going through your mind?
I'm the real therapist.
Man, let me tell you what, bro.
I'm the pretend therapist.
It has been a motherfucker lately, bro. Like, there's been a lot of shit, man. Like, you trying to like get a bike. Alright, so you work fucking 65, 70 hours a week. Try to get a bike running. Well, it's wrong. Long story. Prospecting.
God, my therapist gotta get paid overtime.
Prospecting. My computer still doesn't work. Matthew.
I've been here.
Matt, last week you said you're going to.
Wasn't last week Aladdin? Last week was Aladdin. We had to run out because you had to go see Aladdin. That was not my fault.
It could have been beforehand.
No, we didn't have enough time. We literally got here like right.
All right, so yeah.
That was a different thing.
Oh, by the way, Aladdin. Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad.
I'm excited for Lion King. We're gonna go see Lion King.
Yeah, I have more hope for Lion King than Aladdin.
Just on the cast alone,
I like Will Smith. I rocks with you.
We're gonna go see Aladdin. Day one.
And Jasmine could totally get it. She looks like she totally likes it. Yo, she totally looks like she loves taking from the back.
Guys, let's not objectify women.
I'm not.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's not objectify women here.
A woman would like her to spit on my face. I would be okay with that. She's that hot, Like,
yeah, she could totally like.
Feel me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd
totally
let her like.
She could totally leave a trail of slime from head to dick.
Jesus Christ.
Even like Kate Blanchett, I would let her like beat me up, and I'd be like, "Thank you." You know what I mean? Like, she's just so hot. I'd be like, "Thanks, bitch." Like.
But anyways, like it's been kind of crazy, trying to keep shit in line. Trying to keep myself out of fucking getting in fights with dumb people. And
how does that make you feel?
It is difficult.
Well, okay, from now the therapist chiming in. What I think, it sounds like your self-restraint, it sounds like it's doing pretty good because you didn't explode and you didn't do those things. So It sounds like you are recognizing those things and making progress within yourself and saying, no, we're not doing this today.
Yes, that's what a therapist.
That's my professional insight.
Yes.
Well, here's the thing. It's only going to get worse because I'm not going to be able to see my girl for a couple weeks. So, aka, I'm going to have a lot of built-up aggression. Because, masturbation only does so much. Like, when you don't have sex, like, what I'm saying? Like, it's hard. So.
I think I understand I think out of anyone, I think I understand.
And you know me, dog. And you know me. I'm a very... I
think I understand jerking off more than anyone. It's kind of a PhD in it, if you know what I'm saying. Friends reference. What's it called?
I hate that show. I will openly say that I think that show is the most boring show that ever aired, period. Friends sucks.
All right, well.
Stirring the pot.
We're going to have a conversation later.
Boring cracker showcase.
Jesus
They do nothing.
They call you Salting Weekly.
They do nothing. It's just a bunch of boring white people.
Go get your shit
that
on
aren't
the early
funny.
couch.
Do you like Seinfeld
on the
at least?
biznet?
That's
Bitches.
It's less horrible.
Do you like 90s sitcoms at all?
No!
If
no!
there's romance involved, I'm generally not into it.
Moi Moi, you disappoint me. I'm
What's
calling you Moi Moi now.
I can't do...
What about Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Oh, everybody likes that show.
Alright,
Are you
thank
kidding
God.
me? What the fuck?
Woo!
What the fuck? Everybody likes that show.
I know, but you started scaring me. Everyone
What
likes
about
Friends.
dinosaurs?
Like that show that was on like semi-recently.
No, he's talking about the one from the 90s where they were all...
Not the mama.
Yeah, exactly. It was a TGIF show that came around. It was on...
It was the most amazing sitcom show
Yeah, my
ever.
dad...
It played around the same time as Full House.
Yeah, I hated Full House.
No, but it's not like Full House.
No, I know. My dad used to watch that show. He used to watch the fucking... Because I remember every time I watch it, I'd be like, those things make me want to throw up. My dad is into anything with, like, the culture of movies and TV. I mean, he's like... My parents are only, like, 40... They're going to be, like, 44, 45 this year.
Shit, my parents have, like, easily 20 years
Well,
on
they're only, like, a week apart. They had me when they were, like, 24.
Jesus. I'm almost
They
24.
had already been together for, like, 5 years. And, like, they're still married. Like...
I'm about to be 23. I don't want any kids anytime soon.
I'm about to be 28. Shut the fuck up. I'm getting old.
Yeah, but I don't want to... yeah, but I'm just thinking about if I had a kid right now, that'd be wild.
I know they had me but they were already stable together for a very long time. Like,
wow, that's a way to phrase it. Damn. Fuck. Hidden. I don't even know what to say to that. YOLO. I'm baffled.
Me too.
about what? What exactly are we baffled about here?
Baffling tapping.
What? I mean, if I understand that right, that pretty much means were they like about to? If you don't mind me, we could cut this out.
I'm not an anchor baby.
No, I'm not gonna say it. We could cut this out if you don't like it. But were they? Does that mean they were gonna abort you if they weren't in a happy relationship?
No.
Oh, all right. You want me to cut that out?
No.
All right,
What
gotcha.
the fuck?
I thought by the way that you phrased it, you're like, well, since they were together, since they're
No,
already
you know what I mean? Like,
stable,
it wasn't just like they were like young and like, oh, like we fucked up and had a kid. Like they were like, that was
Gotcha.
just like their life already.
Gotcha. That makes more sense. I took that the completely wrong way.
Yeah, you did.
See,
asshole.
But that's why you
I
asked.
just am like,
That's why you asked for clarification. There's nothing wrong with asking, but you know, once you get the information, you know, you gotta just either accept it or move
wish
on.
I was aborted sometimes.
Oh Jesus!
Whoa.
God damn it, Biggie!
Whoa!
Just
God-
kidding.
Jesus, Biggie. All right.
When I die, fucking, I wanna go to... No, I'm sorry, we don't have the rights to that song.
Yeah, no, we don't. Unfortunately,
How dare you compare me?
to Notorious B.I.G., one of the best rappers of all time. Oh, I forgot. She doesn't like rap.
I
What is
do,
wrong
but
with
I
you?
just why would you compare me to that? Like,
Because he's a
he-
gangster.
Well, no, because his song "Suicidal Thoughts," crime after crime, from drugs to
Do I look like a-
extortion. Crime
Yeah,
after
you're
crime
pretty
from drugs.
gangster. You're alright. You're alright. You might... You
I know my mama
might
wish she got a fucking
qualify for a
abortion.
pass.
You know,
It depends.
I have been knighted 2 times in my entire life. Side story.
I don't know if you want to talk about the knighting.
I don't know.
No, that
No,
will come
'cause
off wrong.
Not even just that, because I want to see how many more times it'll happen. Because it's happened twice, and I'm almost on the 3rd.
Yeah, no, that'll come off wrong on the public eye. Trust me, I don't want.
I'll wait till I have more knightings under my belt.
Oh, of course. You know what? Fuck it. I don't want to talk about this. I'll mention it just because I don't want to like tease and be like, oh, I don't want to talk about it, because some people take it the wrong way. Young Buck came out with 50 Cent disses this week. I don't really care.
No.
They're all right because Young Buck's a great artist, but at the same time, like I don't care. I care so much about G-Unit. I don't care about the beef. I want to see the facts. Like the stuff. Like yeah, he's mentioning stuff in songs, but there's not really much to back it up, except for the fact that he mentioned he wrote Too Rich, which we've talked about before. He said he wrote 50 Cent hits, but now he specifies which song he wrote, which was called Too Rich, which is a song off the Kanan tape, which is a mixtape, not even an album. And that song, looking at like the views for it, is one of the lowest viewed songs off the mixtape. So
Wow.
which isn't his fault. I actually think it's one of my favorite. It's actually personally one of my favorite off the mixtape. But just looking at views, so wouldn't be bragging too much about that. But even then, like you hear Young Buck in the song, so it's not like 50 was hiding the fact that Young Buck had some type of thing in it, because like you hear him say "I got next," like in the Young Buck voice. So that was the only thing that I felt was like interesting. And then he released a disc today called "The Story of Foofy," where he mentions this is for Kid, which I thought Kid and G Unit were on good terms. So I don't know what's going on with that. So there's some cool information, but again, there's nothing like no real bombs. It's just like, all right, this should really be handled behind closed doors with contracts and shit like that. That's what it really feels like. I don't know. I've said it before. I think Young Bucks needs therapy, so there's not really much to go into.
They all need therapy.
Everybody should see a therapist.
I think everyone. Yeah, that's not an insult. I think just.
I feel better. I got therapized.
You've just been therapist.
Look at
therapist.
Literally, all we had to do was ask Jim was how was this week and how did that make him feel.
But you know what? Just someone asking can make that big of a difference.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. You know
it
what
is a
that
weight
means?
lifted.
So ask questions. Pay attention to your friends.
So you know what?
Fuckers.
Fuck it. Everyone. Actually, no. That might come off wrong. I was gonna say, ask Young Buck like, how was your week? But I don't want it to seem like we're like in a diss way. We're
not trying to be.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just leave Young Buck alone. I'm gonna leave Young Buck alone. Young Buck's cool. Because here's the thing.
I don't even know who that is, so it's fine.
Young Buck, pay me
I've
money.
actually been me and his team have actually been friendly in the past. Not like I wouldn't say like they know me, but whenever we have had conversations about possibly
online or on the internet.
Isn't that the same thing?
I mean, in real life or on the internet?
No, online, but it was always about doing business together. Whether it was when I used to be a rapper, there was a chance about us collaborating on a song.
Fucking little dick hole over here.
Yeah, there was gonna be a Young Buck Matt Thompson song.
You didn't even have a rap name. That was just your name.
No, my rap name was MT.
AKA Little Dick Hole.
So it was gonna be MT featuring Young Buck.
AKA.
Imagine that. On a YouTube.
No, I can't. I literally can't imagine that.
Matt, I feel like you should be like called like little yeast infection or something like that. I don't know.
No, God no. But that was
be a very menacing rap name.
To be fair though, he was charging $3,000, so it wasn't like it was cheap.
3G.
Yeah.
Shit.
For a verse.
Shit.
At the time, I think Bizarre was charging $800. Bizarre from D12. I almost did that. That was like.
D12 better anyways.
No, Young Buck is better. I would say Young Buck as a rapper is better than almost every rapper on D12 except for Proof and Eminem. Obi Trice isn't on D12.
No,
he signed to Shady Records, but he wasn't on D12. And I'd say it's tied with Obi Trice. Obi Trice is a fire rapper, but I think they're both Young Buck and him are tight. But yeah, that's the thing though. And that's one thing I just want to say before I am a Young Buck fan. I think his music is great. I just think he's getting in his own way. I think if you just let this whole 50 shit go, this whole like alleged tranny sex tape go, like.
Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed that you like sex with. Just embrace it. It's
you
okay.
Got good
it's okay
head,
to have sex with a trans person.
You got good head.
It's fine.
Apparently you got good head, allegedly. So accept it.
All big gay energy.
It was just some head. It's not like you fucked him and her in the ass.
Even then, if it felt good, who gives a fuck? Own it.
Put some spice in your life.
Yeah, fuck it. Who cares? Yeah, at this point, like,
get weird, people. Get gay. Come on.
Yeah, man, get gay.
Or just get weird.
Yeah, get weird. That's fine. Or get gay. It's up to you.
I always say get gay.
Well, here's the thing. He did it. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I gotta say that.
I love saying that. Okay, Wendy. That's the Wendy Williams. That's it. Allegedly.
So
allegedly.
That's the thing. If it was good,
Wendy.
Just accept it. It just happened. Be like, see, that's what Charlamagne would do. If Charlamagne got his dick sucked by a transsexual, he would own it. He'd be like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I did it. I
was attracted to her.
You know what? It felt good. And you know what? I nutted. It happened.
I mean...
And that's the difference between Charlamagne and Young Buck. And that's why Charlamagne's like, no pun intended, the god.
Well, there's a difference also between like just like a general trans person and a transsexual or whatever that but that's a whole different conversation.
I don't know the difference. I thought they're all the same.
That's a whole different...
I will openly admit I'm ignorant.
I'm
openly gonna admit I'm ignorant. It's fine.
It's not ignorant. It's just you just don't. Well, no, you've never been exposed to that world.
Well, that's what ignorant means. Ignorant, it doesn't. A common misconception. Ignorant doesn't mean stupid. It just means you haven't been properly exposed to.
Well, I feel like ignorant also implies that you don't want to know. That you're like have that like wall of like.
Resentment. I feel like that's a perception.
No, that's a perception, and some people that's That's why I make a difference between
actual definition.
And that's why I make the
connotation versus denotation. Basically.
Exactly.
It's a difference between calling someone an ignorant person versus that's ignorant.
Yes.
Like people can have ignorant statements or
ignorant tendencies or like something, but that's not like being ignorant and having ignorant like.
Yeah, but like, an ignorant person.
I don't know. That's to me the difference between blissfully unaware and.
Well, that's exactly because it's definitions.
But ignorant person, I feel like, is always going to be that way. They're just like they don't want to learn.
There's adjectives and all this other shit that
But yeah. That's where I make my definition. Ignorant person is someone who doesn't want, who just as a person isn't going to want to learn. But having ignorant statements or tendencies, I feel like are fixable.
You know what I'm ignoring right now, know what I'm ignorant right now too?
What?
My fucking stomach.
Okay.
I need some fucking
What's she
food
saying?
in my fucking stomach.
That sounds like a good...
What is your dream food right now? Like, what does your heart say? We're gonna do a real like girl chat, like couch talk. So, what does your heart say? What if you could have any food? If you could have any food in the world right now, like
BLT with an egg on it.
Perfect. I love that you have an answer for that. Love that.
I want chicken nuggets right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Weak.
BLT with an egg.
How many foods have you had? Have you just not tried a lot of foods?
Do yourself a favor, people. Go out, get a BLT with BLT salt, pepper, extra mayo with an egg on it. With an egg over easy on it, I guarantee you will fucking love it. So, it is worth it.
Here's my thing. It's not that I'm a picky eater. It's not that I haven't tried many things. It's that I'm a picky eater. I am someone who does not like settling for less than perfection in life.
What foods do you not like?
He doesn't like anything.
No, I like some. Well, it'll be better for me.
Up. You don't like fucking anything, Matt. I'm about to throw a ball at you.
I do like mashed potatoes. Actually,
Dish it out. What foods does he not eat?
Everything.
Here's the thing.
He only eats
chicken nuggets and French fries.
Nuggets, French fries.
No, that is
wrong. Hold on.
I'm
not done yet.
That's wrong.
I've never seen you eat
grilled
anything
cheese.
But that.
I don't eat grilled cheese.
I'm long.
So that's what I'm saying. You don't even know what I eat. Here's the thing. When I go out, I like to be safe. So yes, I get
tater tots.
Who
doesn't like tater tots?
That's French fries. So let's be
potato product.
It's basically French fries.
It's a potato product.
But here's my thing.
You're a potato product.
Here's my thing. When I go out, I like to be safe. So chicken is pretty much what I always do. So,
unless you're Epcot.
Do you eat red meat?
I am not a big red meat person. I will openly admit that.
And he should, because it's good for your fucking. It's good for your body.
I am openly not the biggest red meat. I love fruits. I like
steak for days.
I like fruits a lot. I like almost every fruit. There's almost no fruit that I don't like. I'm huge into Colombian food, obviously, because grew up around Colombian food.
Let's hone in on vegetables here.
How are you into Colombian food but don't like
rice,
any other like
rice,
traditional
beans,
shit?
It's just rice and beans most of the time. That's why.
Yeah, but it's like.
Are there vegetables that you don't eat? Because you wouldn't eat that salad the other day. Was that because of the sauce?
No. That was just in general. I'm not the biggest fan of vegetables. So again, choosing when I'm going out, I want.
My man is gonna have hemorrhoids because he's not gonna have. Because
you're gonna be struggling to poop.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna bind yourself. I'm telling you, this is gonna work for now, Matt. Once you hit 25, I'm telling you, it goes all downhill. Son.
I have fiber. Don't worry. I eat fiber, and I have.
No, you need vegetable fiber.
I have vegetables. Don't worry. My thing is when I go again, y'all are taking me at times when I go out. When I go out, I'm paying money for shit.
But but what do you eat on your say?
I want what I want when I'm paying going out. So I don't want to pay for vegetables if I really don't want them. I'm gonna get double the rice like I did.
I was like, what? I was like shocked. I was like, what is wrong with you? The vegetables are like the best part. They're all doused in fucking sauce.
It wasn't the issue of like I don't like the vegetables. It's like I'm paying for it and I want to have
some spice in your life.
But if I'm paying for it,
what foods do you not eat? I have to know. What are foods that you hate?
It'll be easier just if you name foods and I can tell you if I like them or not. That's how hard it is. Like I'm really not that picky. It's just what I prefer, and here's the thing. It comes back to I think that's why I'm a director. I'm very specific at what I like.
Are you?
Yes. George Lucas once had a fantastic quote that I think, unfortunately, does go to a lot of directors. Is we have a fetish for wanting things our way. Directors who are like.
It sounds like a nice way to justify a common shitty personality trait.
Exactly. But the way I turn it, instead of focusing that on, let's say, being a shitty person to like as a person, I just have a shitty palate. You know what I mean? So food is like.
But you have no interest in expanding it. Food is love.
No,
food is life.
No,
you know what?
Here's the thing.
I know how to solve this. If the viewers stay tuned to the future episodes, I'm going to bring in different food for Matt to try.
Oh, yeah.
I've tried them
on camera.
I've tried them. I'm telling you, it's not
Just
that I haven't tried
camera.
them. I just don't prefer them.
I'm just going to bring in different
reactions.
food for live reactions.
Yo.
I've tried them. I just don't. Here's the thing. People think
chili.
I don't try food. I like chili.
We're going to do one.
I cook. I like legitimately like cook and make food.
We're going to do 1 bite ratings for everything.
I like chili. I like stuff like that. Like I do like stuff like that.
Well, listen. I know it could be anything. You never know what I'm bringing.
Don't get buffalo dick. I know you. You know how to get buffalo dick. I feel. I feel like you know someone who's got buffalo dick somewhere.
That's
right
what
here,
dog. That's a dog treat. That's what that's.
I know.
They use for dogs.
I feel like he knows someone that would have an actual buffalo dick ready to go.
They dry them out and give them to
Jim knows
dogs.
someone for everything. I feel like if I need something.
I am that guy that does know how to get everything.
You social butterfly, you.
He's the guy that I'd be like, yo, I need a pig rectum for like a video. I bet you, like you'd be the person I would go to.
Actually, yeah.
You can get that from any butcher shop. You kidding me?
No,
I guess I don't know where pig rectums come from.
I can actually like go to like a garage and get one.
Nice.
What the?
Give you some
fuck?
voodoo shit.
You know
All right, okay.
How did I fucking call that? This is again proves my point immediately. Like if I need
but
something.
you know what? Stay tuned, people. And you know what? That's all for this fucking ginger right now. Because I need to feed my stomach.
Facts. Yeah, let's end it. We've gone over an hour. I feel like it's a good point. You know, we got over our topics.
Did a lot of girl chat.
Got a lot of girl chat.
Quality.
Got therapy.
Yeah.
Therapy time with Jim.
Therapy time with Jim. Stay tuned for fucking food time with Maddie.
Your heart and your body is ready for food right now.
Yep. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. This has been My Crazy Podcast, episode 72, I think it is. I am your illustrious host, the one-man army.
Word.
The one-man army himself. Matt, who are you?
One hungry ass ginger motherfucker.
Still just Moors.
For redundancy's sake, I'm Matt, and I'll see you next time.
We out, this bitch.
We out.